Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I have a wedding to attend tonight, so I thought let's film a video of Get Ready With Me together. And this is the look that I came up. There were a lot of mishaps and steps that didn't work out, and I wanted to film a realistic video of what happens usually when you're stressed out. You want to look your best. You don't know those people very well, in my case. So there were a lot of things that happened. My eyeliner was all over the place. I had to wipe out my makeup. So grab a Coke or a drink and a snack and hop on with me. A wedding guest, you want your makeup to last for all night long. So start with prepping your face with the minimum products. Like I only used one cream, which is the Cica Blast, my favorite so far from La Roche-Posay. I didn't put any eye cream. I just took it around my eyes and I took it all over. I didn't put any serums, anything else. It's just I want the minimal base. So the foundation and everything would grip to it. I'll start with a primer, Tatcha, to fill in the pores. I'm sorry if I look in the mirror down here. Usually I just focus on the center of my face. I haven't had facials in a long time and I'm in a dire need for facials. So before a wedding, or a big event, I usually dermablade, like shave my face, do my eyebrows. All of these are important to make your skin look supple and fresh. So the primer in the center is usually pore filling. The primer on the parameters of the face, I usually use this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Base, I think, or Flawless Filter. I forgot the name and dropped off, unfortunately. It's in number 3. And I just rub it with my fingers. I don't want to have anything on the sponge or in the brushes. I want only the foundation. Today I'll use Armani Luminous Silk. 5.75 is my number. Although I told you previously that I'm really in love with rose ink, but it's usually, this is very light coverage for a day in the park or just a normal day, but for big events, I go with heavier coverage foundation. I'm using 3 pumps. This is a new dress I got from All Saints, recently from Toronto. I'm really in love with it. It's full length and it's sheer but not sheer at the same time. It's lovely. I'm going to all girls and women only event, so hopefully it'll be just a fun event. I haven't had those kind of events in a long time, so I don't know what to expect. And it's at 6:30 and I've been waiting for the full day for this event to happen, so I feel like I'm stressed and I don't know why. It's just my anxiety is playing with me. In the previous video, I told you that I bought these new things. It's just because last time we actually spent most of the day in the airport, so it wasn't a good day to test makeup, if I'm honest with you. Like, it's almost a stress test. Everything lasted, but I wasn't focused on the makeup or how it performed. And I feel like it's unfair to test the makeup under these stressful conditions, because it's just, it's too much to ask, if I'm honest. I'm using 2 shades. One is peach, one is, and there is no reason to use 2. It's just I happen to have both. And those are in travel size, very small. I know it's not a good idea to test this stuff on a day like this, but last time actually I didn't have any complaints from them, like nothing settled. And even the powder that I used, it was a Stella Lauder powder. I didn't have any complaints, like my oils came out with all the stress and changing planes and all of that. It was awful. Honestly, if you're flying inside of Canada, my condolences. I'll use my HD for contour. I just came back from a salon to do my hair. Sometimes I feel like I'm very competent, but sometimes I feel like I want someone to do it for me, so I will focus on the stuff I like. I don't like doing hair, I like doing makeup, so I'll focus on doing my makeup and just enjoying this part instead of stressing about doing my hair. I wanted to say something. Yeah, I've been recently just stripping down all of my hair routine, like trying to minimize all the products I'm using. I didn't feel like my hair likes when I put a lot of products in it. It actually reacts badly. And the minute I just step back and use just the bare minimum, similar to my skin, just use the bare minimum, and actually I get better results. Very thin layers of everything is my recommendation. Very thin layer of primer, very thin layer of foundation, very thin layer of concealer or of all these contour. I don't like having thick layers of everything. I think that's an outdated look. It actually ages you, and there is no point. Like, it's not photography kind of makeup. And the other thing is that when you're a wedding guest, you don't want to, or this is in our customs, you don't want to stand out. You want the bride to stand out. So all the guests should wear more softer kind of makeup, except the ones who are very close to the bride, because it's her night, it's not yours. Blush first. I'm in love with this Box Glove. I've been using it lately almost solidly. I don't know if you've seen the trend with Patrick Ta that he's using the powder first and then the cream blush. I haven't tried that trend, but I'm really curious to know, have you tried that and did it last? Because for me, my problem with the blush is that with my oily skin, everything gets dissolved and disappears after a while. So I usually set my blusher with a powder. But I'm not sure if you tried that yourself and if it's actually lasting. That's the thing that, yes, I love blusher, but I want it to last. I don't know, the last video that I filmed was not doing well. So one of the things that I asked people is that what kind of shows they were watching. Because I've been watching, we finished watching The Diplomat, and it's fantastic. I didn't watch the rest of The Last of Us. It's just, it feels too much for me. I'm just using powder with my wet, and I'm gonna bake now. Yes, I'm using a lot of powder, but everything will be dusted out. And actually, when I spray it last and when I use the bronzer, everything will melt. For oily people out there, yeah, this is what we need. We need a good powder for the makeup to last all night long. Otherwise, actually, it'll be beautiful. Like when we set everything with the setting spray, everything will blend out beautifully. I set my powder, then I use bronzer, then highlighter, then a blusher. So bronzer first, fluffy powder, Guerlain. You can use any bronzer you have. I like Guerlain. And I love how it smells. Every time I tell you that I love how it smells. Start at the periphery first. So the most of the powder would fall back into almost your hairline and near your ears. And then with what's left, you just bronze up the rest of the parameters of your face. Do not use a bronzer for contour. I see a lot of people do that. It's awful in real life and on camera. It looks like there are some red marks on your face. If you need to contour, use neutral, very neutral kind of I didn't contour again with a powder contour just because I still have good definition to my cheeks. Maybe if I grow older, I need more definition. For now, with the bronzer and with the blusher, with everything going on the cheeks, I still have this definition. I don't need more chiseling of my cheeks. For my eyes, I told you that I'm not doing much, so I'll use one of the medium shades here. Probably I'll go with the neutral shades, not warm ones, just because my dress is very neutral. I still love Real Techniques brushes. They're one of the best, and I got used to I use them, and actually I'm more used to using Real Techniques rather than MAC or Makeup Forever. It's funny because most people actually were used to using MAC back in the day. When you do your base and when you do your bronzer, you're actually at the same time priming your eyes. So I like to put a bronzer or something of that sort to make everything blend seamlessly. Better this time. I'm shaky. I think it's the coffee. I didn't have coffee for a week. I wasn't really in the mood for coffee. And today I had some coffee before leaving to the hair salon. And now I'm shaking. And my hands when I'm trying to draw is shaking, which is something that never happens to me. Till the liner dries, brush my eyebrows to remove any excess products. I try to be far away from the mirror. I don't want them to be precise, and just a little bit of hairs here and there. I was hoping that I would film 2 videos today. I don't know if that would happen, honestly, especially with the mishap with my eyes. Usually that happens if you are stressed. I have dense brows by natural, so I don't want it to be this dense. Then what we do is that we get a card. We try to protect the hair. A spray Mist and Fix by Makeup Forever. To this other side. And then use the card to actually fan everything. I'm marking just under the lip, so it'll leave like a shadow or an illusion of a shadow. Then what you do is that the ventrum, whatever triangle looking downward here, you put a mark here and then pull upward. So that will make it deeper and will make your lips look like as if they're turned upwards. I don't know if you saw what I did. I lined inside, then a little bit up, and then inside again. Inside a little bit up, inside again. Now the final step is the mascaras. I like to apply 2 types of mascaras usually. in general, 2 mascaras, and 2 different mascaras are better than just one. Nothing scientific. Scientific is just my prolonged experience with all different types of mascaras, drugstore or high-end. You never get what you want with one type and with one coat only. I want to do something. I might regret it, but I would like to try. I'd like to try a little bit of the same lipstick applied on the cheeks. Here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed my little session of teaching today. I hope you enjoy your summer wedding. Hopefully we see you next week with another video. It'll be a review of a handbag. See you next week.